Hello, TikTok. This is the third video. I lost one due to my phone just getting too hot. So I had to let it cool off and recharge. Okay, so we're talking about deliverance, and it's misunderstood in our culture and our churches and our ministries. And so I've done some digging, and I would like to share some more. Deliverance has been misunderstood and avoided by a wide margin of churches and ministries. I recently read on a social media post that said the following: "Hey friend, how do I get pastors to understand the need for deliverance for people?" This spurred me on really to dig deeper into what I was already researching, and I'm currently writing about the subject. Foremost, I had discovered two verses that state the glad news of deliverance. This is Psalm 40. It's verses 9 and 10. This is the English Standard Version as follows: "I have told the glad news of deliverance in the great congregation. Behold, I have not restrained my lips, as you know, O Lord." Verse 10, "I have not hidden your deliverance within my heart. I have spoken of your faithfulness and your salvation. I have not concealed your steadfast love and your faithfulness from the great congregation." In both verses, the meaning of deliverance is righteousness. So I was contemplating how does that work? So in that, God has afforded his character to us. The benefit of deliverance is an avenue God provides to remove which is not part of his image, and he imparts his righteousness. So what happens is, when we get deliverance, it's removing the part that doesn't belong to God. It's not God. So the trauma and, the generational sins, whatever those things are, God removes all that. And it's for our healing and our wholeness. So the next verse I looked up was Genesis 45:7. "And God sent me before you to preserve a posterity in the earth and to save your lives by a great deliverance." The above verse shows the purpose of deliverance. Let's look at these one at a time in the fullness of this verse. The word preserve, it means to set, ordain, establish, appoint, set in place, to make for a sign, transform, constitute, or determine. Posterity, remainder, descendants, and remnant. That means us. To save means life, sustain life, to live prosperously, to revive, or be quickened from sickness, discouragement, from faintness, and from death. It also means to restore to life, to cause to grow, to restore, to revive. It also includes in its meaning to preserve alive, to restore to health, to revive, to restore to life. And the last one, by a great deliverance, means escape, deliverance, or an escaped remnant. Before I go to the next page, we don't understand a lot of times what God has provided at his death on the cross, and deliverance is one of them. So here we go to the next page. Okay, so the rest of the definition here, this is partially from the word, and then some of this is out of the etymology. So deliverance is performed by means of demonstration. It vindicates us, sets us free, and claims our freedom. This is what the righteousness of God produces. God does the avenging and the vindicating. Here's the meaning of vindicate and vindication out of the etymology. And I'm going to stop for a minute. I used to say that God will do the dirty work for us if we let him, meaning he will take care of the situations in all forms, including removing those things that he didn't put on us, okay? So let's go back to the etymology. It comes from the French word vindication and the Latin vindicationem. No, I can't pronounce it right. Nominative vindication, the act of claiming or avenging. It's a noun from a past participle. Popsicles. Participle stem of vindicare, to lay claim to, assert, claim for freedom, set free, protect, defend, avenge, and revenge. Probably from vindicare, to show authority. So when God is doing these things, he's doing deliverance, he's showing his authority. Okay, and there's a little bit more, but basically it's kind of repeating itself, but it has to do with it's an action. It's actually visible. So okay, so we're going to stop this video. We're going to go to the next one.